Record. Okay, awesome. So thanks for hopping on. I will record this so that we could put it in our challenge groups as well. But tonight, and for those that look like I was crying because I was watching The Bachelorette. So putting that out there. Okay, so tonight is an important part of, I think, any health and wellness journey. So I wanted to talk about it because I think it is a significant part in just the whole mindset that comes along with it. And it really is the compound effect. So one of the very first books that I read was The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And I was recommended it by my coach when I began my journey. And so it is one of the first ones that come to mind for new challengers or anybody that's really working on their health and wellness, really. And it's just the basic principles of how the little things that you do each and every day over time will create the results that you desire. So the one sentence I put here that changed my life forever is this one. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. And that I'll never forget because I read it over and over again multiple times. And the word that stood out to me was daily, because for myself, and I know for many others, I was a complete yo-yo dieter. So I definitely did not take in that daily mindset. My mindset was, oh, that vacation is coming up. I'm going to, work out and eat really well until that vacation. And then by the time vacation was over, I had already put on the weight back and then some. Or it would be for the holidays or for a wedding or for, it was always something that I was working towards. And then when it was over, then my diet, quote unquote, was over too. So for me, this book really changed my mindset completely. And you could get it on Audible as well. But the whole point is changing your mindset when it comes to your health. So, instead of it being a once in a while thing, and what we are trying to teach everybody as coaches is it is really a lifestyle and a new way of living daily. So just like you brush your teeth every day, just like you shower most days, right? It is part of your daily routine. It's something you should do every single day is eat for fuel mostly. Yes, have some indulgences, have a little treat, but 80 to 90%, eat for fuel. Same thing with exercise. Get moving daily, whether it be a brisk walk. If you're not working out that day, if it's a rest day, great. Do some yoga. Go for a walk with, your family or your partner or your spouse or whatever, your dog. It's just living by those principles and changing your mindset about how you view health and fitness. So that one book I do come back to, and I go back to it often. And I actually just gave it to one of my neighbors who signed up as a challenger today, just to help her develop that mindset as well. So I think it's really important. Let's see, my next slide. Okay, so why do most people fail to lose weight? I just did, a quick research, and I think most of us as coaches can vouch that these are the main reasons that we see people fail to lose weight and to keep it off and to maintain it and to develop that healthy lifestyle. Is number one, first and foremost, is setting unrealistic goals. So, if you're setting a goal to lose 10 pounds in a month, that's a pretty high number for a limited amount of time. But when you change your mindset to that daily routine, it really shouldn't even matter when you hit that goal, to be honest, because your goal then should be to get healthy, not just to lose the weight, right? So, but if you are motivated by weight pounds, the amount, by poundage, what we always strive for is no more than 2 pounds a week. Is a realistic goal for weight loss. The second reason is something that I struggle too with still is emotional eating. And that's where the tracking comes in. So tracking and being mindful is so key. And, just like how in our challenge groups, We have you check in at, whatever time, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, whenever you're done eating for the day. And the whole point of that is, number one, so that you're tracking, so that you're mindful of what you're eating. And number two, so that you could see what other people um, are eating, and things that maybe you could swap out to, make this more of a lifestyle change and to eat healthier. Um, Third reason most people fail to lose weight is the no self-love. So there's many books on that. Master Your Mean Girl is another great book that I've read in the past. But you must rewrite the story that you keep telling yourself. So many of us, might look in the mirror and say, I'll never fit in these jeans again. Or, I wish I didn't have that thigh jiggle, which is so crazy because who doesn't have that space? um, but, or who does have a space, I should say. But, whatever that story is that you have been telling yourself year after year, it could be decades that you've been telling yourself this story about um, how unattractive you are, or how you have no definition, or how you'll never be a size that you were, in high school, or whatever it is, whatever that story is that you're telling yourself. You really need to stop. And when you catch yourself in those moments, turn it into a positive way. So, for instance, I remember I hated my stomach because I always kind of like cherished my stomach in a way. It was like my one thing that I had going for me. And after kids, well, then it was gone. And so I would look in the mirror and I'd say, oh, that stomach, I have so much, like I have these rolls and like blah, blah, blah. And then I would say, stop it. This body gave me 2 healthy children. Like, you got to just stop yourself in your tracks and turn it and spin it into a positive way. 4, failing to nourish your body. So you want to eat for fuel 80 to 90% of the time, like we talk about, and we will, pound that into your brain. Even though you don't consider yourself an athlete, you want to try eating like an athlete, because there's a reason why they feel so good and they operate so well. It's because of the foods that they're giving their body. So while sugar tastes awesome and it gives yourself a party in your mouth, it doesn't do the body good. So just remember that. The 5th reason people struggle to lose weight and keep it off is that even though they might be like doing something, they might be like going to the gym, they might be using a trainer, they might be doing Beachbody On Demand, they're still looking for a quick fix. Okay. And I was totally guilty of this too back in the day, of pills, whether it's Hydroxycut, water pills. I remember taking something to like suppress my appetite. Fad diets, whether it's the Atkins diet, the whatever, the grapefruit diet. So even though they might be doing something, they're still mindful and still thinking that there's some quick fix out there. But the reality is there is not a quick fix. So that's why we, really stress the importance of making this a lifestyle change. This is not a diet. Eliminate that word from your vocabulary. This is a new way of living. 6, so making weight loss the ultimate goal. It should be your general health and things that your body could do for you. And I already touched a little bit on that, how, initially your first goal might be to lose 5 pounds to feel a little bit better, or 10 pounds to fit into a pair of jeans. But after that, you're not going to keep going unless you have a different goal. So maybe you get to your to those jeans that you wanted to be in, and then you stop, and then guess what happens? You put the weight back on. So that's why we really strive for developing that why you really want to get healthy. Is it for your kids? Is it for your family? Is it just to live a longer life? Is it to have more energy? All of those things are really what should drive you to make the change for life, and not just for a little while. And then number 7, of course, some people will be like, I am doing everything. I am working out. I am eating clean. I am, doing everything, but I'm still not having, progress. And so that could be an underlying cause, such as your thyroid, gut conditions, and stuff like that. So obviously, in those circumstances, you would need to get, doctor involved. But these are really the 7 most reasons why people fail to lose weight and keep it off. And then, some of the reasons that we say how to change that and help you. So again, how can we succeed? Just reiterating, eating for fuel, veggies most. Move daily, whether it's going for a walk, doing Beachbody on Demand, doing something you enjoy, biking, whatever. Third thing, track everything you eat. It's so important. And still to this day, I notice when I don't track, those are the days that I do overeat. It tends to happen. Log into our group daily. That's what we're here for. We're here for support, to keep you motivated, to keep you accountable, and to give you ideas with different things to eat. Lastly, drink water right when you get up and then throughout the day to, keep everything running right and to keep yourself hydrated. So this is another quote from the Compound Effect book. And it really is just, success doesn't come from doing extraordinarily difficult things. It's doing simple things consistently. So we're not asking you to, train for an Ironman or a triathlon or even a marathon. This is just doing simple things like your 20-minute workouts 5 days a week, walking the other 2. It's, eating 80 to 90% of the time healthy, allowing some indulgences. And that's really what will create this as a lifestyle, so that you could, once you get your results, you can keep on maintaining it throughout your life. And also then you'll be teaching the people you love around you as well how to do that. So does anybody have anything else to add to that? Or I think most of you, has everybody read The Compound Effect, or anything else you'd like to chime in?
I think that one of his thing is like the 1%, if I'm not mistaken. I think that he's one of the authors. So just even if you're looking at how can I make small improvements, it's the 1% of improvement. And I think he started off like, if I'm not mistaken, like a really good, if a plane was going from like LA to New York and was off by like 1 degree, he will likely end up in like Virginia or something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, if we just focus on like one small degree of improvement each week, and over time that does compound, and it is something that will keep us more on track and towards the goal that we're looking for. So I think that that is something that's really important too, because certainly life happens, and I feel like it's really easy to kind of feel defeated and be like, oh, well, that didn't work out this week, and that next week and that next week. But really, if we're just looking for those small improvements, and I feel like I could easily beat myself up on certain things, but I could also look at like, okay, what can I do better today? And that's always like a nice thing about a new week or a new day. So be graceful too. But 1%, I think that that's an easy way to kind of change your mindset too, and not be so overwhelmed with everything you could be doing better. So.
I'll add something. It was important to me when, how you said, like, make your goals smaller. I always want, like, my goal weight was always what was on my license. But like, when I would go to do that, I would always fail. I mean, it was like almost 50 pounds. So really it was helpful because I had saw that more, even when I wasn't in like Beachbody accountability groups, but like your accountability groups, like through Facebook that you guys ran before I had said yes, that you guys always stress the goal. Like the goal being smaller, because really my 5 to 10 pounds every 30 days that I was going for wasn't like I hit it every time, but I was closer to that number than the big number. And then like when I hit that number, when I finally did hit that number, I couldn't believe that I even was like there yet, So that's really huge. I feel like that's huge. I always try to say that to like the people, like my challengers, like, you want to aim kind of like in what you can do, because you don't want to stress yourself out if you're not able to reach that goal.
Right. Because then you're going to stress eat.
Yeah. Well, I would just give up. If it didn't work, I'd want to lose that 20 pounds in like, the 30 days instead of 5 or 10. So
right.
it discourages you.
Yeah. No, I agree wholeheartedly. Anyone else have a question or anything? Hi, Allison. Thanks for dropping
Hi.
on.
I don't think so.
Do you find that you are trying to utilize like small goals to get yourself to your ultimate goal along the way?
Oh, me?
Yeah, for you, Allison. Sorry to put
Oh,
you.
sorry. I am. Yeah, definitely. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I've got kids in the background. Sorry.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, hold on one second.
Sure.
Oh. Okay.
And there's their picture. Yeah, I love that book though. That and along with the Slight Edge, same principles. But yeah, Renee, I like what you said about the 1%. So true about like from getting from point A to point B. Anyone else have any input that they'd like to add in or?
Have you guys used the habit trackers from the Compound Effect?
You know what? Is it just like a 60-day thing, like with a calendar or?
I think so, but they have like a mobile one that I was able to print off like from my phone, and it has like you can input like your own like habits that you want to improve, and you just mark them off like every day when you do it, and then he's like showing you that little thing has led to like results. So whether it's like sending out invites, and if your invites get you like better results in your business, like it just shows you how the consistency over time, rather than seeing it, okay, well, it's not working today, but by the end of the 60 days, where did that get me? And then it helps you like lay it out to see, every 60 days.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that. So then you could just put in whatever you're trying to make a habit.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not like whatever, like it's universal. You could use it for whatever goal or whatever habit you were trying to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think so much of that too is like, it's very black and white of like, I think too often we can say like, oh, well, that didn't work for me, or that didn't work for me. But it's like, if in reality, if you only really did it 3 times,
Yeah.
it may not be effective because you haven't really done it very often. So
Yeah,
I think it becomes very clear that like, I think, like, I don't know, sometimes we assume we do it more often than we actually did. For better or for worse. Like, oh, I wasn't that bad. When we're like checking, it's like, ooh, okay, yes, perhaps I was. But on the flip too, it's like, you could really notice what things are helping you lose weight or whatever your goal is, but I do think that that's really important because I think that can go with water too, like even if it is tracking your water or whatever. So, but no, that's a really good point. It's a really good point.
Agreed. All right. Anyone else have anything to chime in on then?
Nope, I'm looking up that habit tracker right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll save the video and upload it to the challenge groups and to our team page then for anybody that wants to share it. But hopefully someone will find it useful and get that new mindset, because it really is like that switch of that mindset from just like a few pounds to actually like a lifestyle is really like, that's really when I feel like people can start to get it and start to soar with their health and stuff. So thanks for hopping on, ladies. Good to see you all.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great week.
Okay. Bye.